Hello and welcome to the eFresh.com Flower News. My name is Kim and these are this week's headlines. Moth risk to ornamental plants. Nursery Mela opens in Hyderabad. Busy bees thrive in the city of Paris. Unique hibiscus roots in Texas. Sumatra benefits from Rosella. California's Department of Food and Agriculture plans to continue efforts to eliminate an invasive moth that it says poses a risk to fruit and ornamental plants, despite protests from scientists and environmentalists who say the measures are unnecessary. Moth detection has led to quarantines in 15 counties, causing millions of dollars lost in revenue. Light brown apple moth caterpillars burrow into berries, rendering them inedible. The state's proposed program includes use of insecticide and methods to decrease reproduction rates, including introducing sterilized male moths and using pheromones to confuse moths seeking mates. A judge last year ordered the state to halt spraying until it had completed an environmental impact report, after hundreds of residents complained of illness after aerial spraying in 2007. The time for one of the most celebrated events of plant lovers in the city of Hyderabad, Nursery Mela, has come. The 2009 edition of the Mela will have different plant varieties such as ornaments, orchids, decorative plants, climbers, and indoor plants on display. Saplings of seasonal flowers, fruit varieties, indoor plants, bulbs, tall avenue trees, and flowering plants will be available, and orchids and anthuriums from West Bengal will be a special attraction at this year's event. About 49 nurseries, manufacturers of seeds, gardening tools, tissue culture plants, biofertilizers, drip and sprinkler irrigation systems, government and semi-government organizations, and publishers will set up their stalls at the Mela. More than 3,000 farmers are expected to participate in the Mela, and 100 stalls were booked so far. Strange as it may seem, bees get a better buzz from the urban Paris jungle than from the countryside. There are all sorts of flowers only short flights away and little risk of death by pesticide. But the bees' knees are the penthouse hives atop some of the city's best and historically prestigious monuments, the spectacular steel and glass-domed Grand Palais exhibition hall by the banks of the Seine, for instance. Director of the Grand Palais says that honeybees are happy in town because they have everything they need. Collecting pollen and nectar is no sweat with the Tuileries gardens lying only a short distance away. Not to mention the Grand Palais own flower beds. The two beehives set on the edge of the building's huge glass dome last May are rooms with a view of the Eiffel Tower and Notre Dame Cathedral. 3 or 4 extra hives are to be added to bring production up to half a ton of honey a year. He may study grasses by profession, but Dr. Darius Malinowski has a passion for flowers, particularly winter hardy hibiscus. And it is that passion that has created his latest research project, propagating unique winter hardy hibiscus. A collaboration of Steve Brown, Texas Foundation Seed Service Program Director, and Malinowski determined commercialization of the flowers would fit in AgriLife Research's effort to work with non-crops that have value because of drought tolerance. Brown said it could be 3 years before Malinowski's propagations could be available in a nursery or retail outlet. He said to target the flowering plant market in retail and garden stores, they will try to get the plants to bloom in early June rather than July, because typically consumers want to see a budding plant and not a picture of what they are buying. People in South Sumatra have been familiar with the Rosella tea for the past 6 years after it was introduced to the market in tea bags, as whole flowers, and in jam form. The plant's red flowers are believed to have curative properties when taken as a drink. Rural residents rely on the Rosella plant as a short-term crop and have been cultivating it on a large scale to supplement their incomes. Rosella was first introduced by First President Sukarno in 1957 for the production of textiles and gunny sacks, with the raw material taken from the stem of the plant. However, sacks made of these natural fibers are no longer needed, replaced by plastic sacks. Rosella is rich in amino acid and is said to reduce blood sugar and cholesterol levels, prevent tooth cavities, stabilize blood pressure, improve concentration, and reduce the risk of heart failure and cancer. Thank you for watching the eFresh.com Flower News. See you next time.